Hello, Sagittarius. How are you? Welcome. I hope you're doing very, very well, Sagittarius. Let's see how your energies are going to be at this moment, so you can use them to your advantage and see a situation from a new point of view. This reading is general. Take what resonates with you. Don't discard this message. And it applies to all those who have their sun, ascendant, moon, or Venus in the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius, remember to activate all the bells so you can get notifications for the new videos. If you want, you can follow me on my other TikTok and Instagram accounts where I will be uploading new content. Let's channel a message. For the sign of Sagittarius. All right. Let's see how this starts. They're starting with a 6 of Swords. We have the Chariot, and we have the Hermit, and over here we have the 8 of Pentacles. Well, Sagittarius, there's progress, of course. You're taking a big step. Right now there's a lot of movement. There are relocations. Pay attention. The energy is getting very active. In some cases, some Sagittarians who are, if you've traveled here, there's a trip that might open your mind. It could be an educational trip, a trip that gives you some kind of information where you say, wow, after this trip, something really clicked for me. Isn't it like that? In some way, it has affected your mind in a good way, and you're starting to see things you didn't see before. On the other hand, if it's not a trip, it could also be a move, like a change of place, a change of location. But all of this has come about because you've put an end to a way of thinking, to a way of looking at life. It's like you've said, this is where it ends. I say goodbye to that past. I say goodbye to those beliefs you had, to a way of seeing life. And I move forward toward a new destiny, toward a new horizon, with a different focus, not with another perspective. So, are you working on this new stage, on this progress? Doesn't it feel much better now? I feel it strongly. Like, beyond the fact that in some cases there might be a physical journey that marks a before and after, it could also have to do with a mental journey. That's why I say a lot is changing in your mind, and you're also moving away from your past. You're in a new phase. It's like a transition phase, not yet towards those new goals or those new objectives. No, like I'm taking it. It's like driving your car, driving your vehicle, and this is about driving your destiny. Do you know where you want to go? Are you in the middle of the road and heading to that place where you want to be? You've already seen it, and I feel like you're, really sure about all of this. You have the tools, you have the wisdom, but you've also worked a lot for this, and that's what's important. I feel like it's time to connect with that Sagittarian wisdom that you've surely had or that you've been keeping, which hasn't been expressed. Start connecting with that new vision, realizing that in certain places, maybe you say, well, I don't fit in here anymore or with these people. I feel like I'm ready for another kind of reality, another kind of connections, and so on. I see that you've been questioning your thoughts and beliefs a lot, and it's a moment where you've come to a big conclusion. This is also because you've allowed yourself to look inside to do that search. Maybe you've taken some time apart and you've come to your truth. You've come to your truth. I also see that you're open to the energy to make changes. When it comes to studies, for example, if there's something you're interested in, something you've always wanted to learn, always wanted to study, to say, I want to dedicate myself to this, or I want to start this career, a profession, a trade, now is the time to do it. It's time to make that decision. Some of you might be leaving behind a certain field of study or a career to focus on studying and working in something you truly enjoy. That is to say, this is what I want to do. This is my destiny. Not exactly, and I decide to go in this direction because something has become clear. Is there something you've realized? Let's see what else we have. Sagittarius. A lot of energy. I feel like it's about perseverance, not giving up, pushing forward, moving ahead no matter what. As long as the goal is clear, you keep moving forward. General and available energy. Here you have the Empress. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Five of Swords, King of Swords. Well, the key is your mind right now, like all the things you're starting to realize. There's a lot of mental power, a lot of wisdom, a lot of strategy as well, but also a vision that lifts you up, a vision that allows you to see not only in depth what you couldn't see before, but also to see things from a completely different place than you were seeing them before. If you were looking at a situation from within, emotional and social situations with a team, with work, with a work group, not on a heart level, not emotionally, friendships. We're not talking about the social aspect. Are you going to start seeing things or certain people from a different perspective, right? Since I take a little bit of distance, I step back a little, I take some time for myself because I need to reflect on a situation, go deeper, question things. What is it, for example, that connects me to this person? Is there a real friendship with this person or not? Or is it just habit, just company? Does this relationship have love? Or has it become routine? Or are we just together? Or is there some kind of emotional dependence, right? So you're at a point where you've taken some time away from social things and started to look inward. So you're looking for new paths. What's happening? Many situations have been reversed, especially with many people. And now you're realizing that it's like you're living your life through a filter. What is going to continue and what is no longer there? It's like an invitation to let go of what has already served its purpose, to release especially relationships that no longer fit with you. If this isn't about relationships, it could also be talking about things related to creativity or creative projects. If there's a creative project that you feel has run its course or isn't giving you the results you expected, I accept it, let it go, and we'll focus elsewhere in a new direction. Because I feel that right now you have the tools, the wisdom, and the intelligence to carry out a new strategy in a project. But take your time to think about it, because there are many things right now that are being readjusted. Your path is being readjusted. It's like a moment where you're about to go in another direction. Something big is coming, and I sense it's a major project. But it's time to make decisions. It's time to make decisions. And in the case of certain people on an emotional level, I also feel that what you're realizing is that there are very different points of view regarding you. You think one way, someone else thinks another, and we all think differently. But the issue is when that causes conflict, when there is no integration, when there is no understanding, when there is no empathy, when you're talking to someone from your own perspective without imposing, and this person might have a hostile attitude, they might talk behind your back. And then you find out later, which feels a bit harsh. It's like finding out things, information that comes, comments, people talking. I found out that Juanchito was talking, a friend. Yeah, honestly, I didn't like it. So there's a firm decision here. I feel like it's an adult decision, a mature decision. To say, well, why? Because there's just so much. There can be gossip, words that go back and forth, messages that come and go, sometimes messages or even silences too. Distances that also say a lot, but they're not talking about you, they're talking about the person. So if you realize that you're dealing with someone who, for example, gets angry because they're not agreed with, or because they won't give in on a situation or only think about their own interests. There's something coming to light there, but it's about that person, not you. So that's where the conflict is. Maybe here the decision is to talk to. You're at a point of expressing yourself and speaking your truth instead of keeping things inside because you have something important to share. You're analyzing your whole environment a lot, and you're receiving a lot of information and many truths. That's why I say you're not in a moment to pretend that nothing has happened in certain situations. That's why I say it's not about holding back or repressing, but rather about expressing, speaking, communicating, speaking from your truth, from your sincerity, and clarifying situations, and also accepting. Let's see what else we have. The topic of change is also intensifying a lot in studies, isn't it? 8 of Pentacles. The topic of changing studies is closely linked to work or a creative project, isn't it? It's like you're about to start something new at work. Maybe this has to do with something that really attracts you, something you like, something you're passionate about. And this could really bring you a lot more money, a lot more profit, huh? Is it something, I feel like since you like it, you don't have to. You can work. You can work in the sense that you don't feel it as a burden. You have the Ace of Wands there that goes along with it, and the Lovers, Luna. Your intuition is correct because, of course, this creative project we were talking about, the one you're getting into, is just about to start. You're probably about to make this decision. Well, I make the decision to dedicate myself to this creative project. I make the decision to dedicate myself to this job because I connect with it, because I like it. It's a job I love. It's a job where I feel like it's the right moment. Pay attention because you're going to be awakening a creativity and inspiration that has been dormant until now. The intuitive power you'll awaken will be very strong. 2 things are starting. You're not only at the threshold, not just about to open a very interesting door regarding a new job or a creative project. And on the other hand, there's something new that may be starting in matters of connection, in matters of love, affection, relationships. And all of this is happening because things have been settling due to this change in your mindset. This is like Sagittarians who had shot an arrow toward a goal, toward a target, toward a person. Then something happened. In the middle, you found out things. And in the middle, many secret things have come to light. Have you had revelations? Have you also broken with certain projections or illusions you had about certain people? No. Have you seen reality? Are you viewing it from the other side? You stepped out of the scene and saw them from across the street, and that's when something was understood. So, is this all being redone? In emotional matters? You're going to start deciding, right? Maybe. With whom, yes, with whom, no. Where to invest your energy, project, work, relationship. Let yourselves be guided by what you feel, trust your intuition, and don't be afraid here. Letting go of something familiar, surely that past, those habits or those customs have already been around for ages in your life. What's coming is going to be much greater. Let's see what we have. Sagittarius in the Oracle. Let's see what your message will be. You have 44, and this is a master number, it tells you. Your angels encourage you to continue on your current life path with diligence and determination, and in the future, even greater success will come. And the affirmation it leaves you with is, I am supported. Sagittarius, this is what we observed. For all of you, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you here next time.